Factorize and simplify. Here we have this algebraic expression, and our goal is to factorize and simplify. And so we have 3y minus 6 all over y squared minus 4. And so our goal is to factorize this particular algebraic expression. Okay, in order to factorize the denominator, we're going to use the difference of two squares formula. And the difference of two squares formula states that a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b multiplied by a minus b. Now, indeed, we have a squared here. And so what we have to do is we have to take the square root of a squared. And when we take the square root of a squared, that gives us a. And for b squared, we take the square root of b squared as well, and that gives us b. And so the difference of two squares formula states that, hey, if you have a squared, take the square root of it, and that gives you a. If you have b squared, take the square root of it, and that gives you b. And all you have to do is add them and then subtract them. And so that's what we're going to do for this particular expression right there when we factorizing it. We have y squared, and we ask ourselves, what is the square root of y squared? Well, the square root of y squared is y, and the square root of 4 is 2. And so you add them, then you subtract them. And so we have y plus 2 multiplied by y minus 2. Now we factorize the numerator. Notice that 3 is a factor in this particular term, but 3 is also a factor of 6. And so that means that we're going to factor out a 3. And so when we factor out the 3, we are left with y minus 2. And that's because 3 times y is 3y, and 3 times 2, or 3 times negative 2, is negative 6. And so what we do is we cancel. So we cancel out this y minus 2 and this y minus 2. And we are left with 3 all over y plus 2. And so that's the answer to that. And so that's the answer. 3 over y plus 2. 3 over y plus 2. That's the answer to this particular question.